Hey guys, I am here just to give you a quick helper video on how to correctly utilize ThinkUp Math in the classroom. This is our third grade one. And this is our student edition. I want to start by, first of all, I'm going to look at my TEK, of course, and I'm going to do an alignment check. And for this is 3.3F, which is representing fractions with denominators of 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8, using objects, pictorial models, and number lines. So the first thing I'm going to do is look to see which questions are aligned. Now, Motivation's pretty good, or ThinkUp Math is our new name, is pretty good about alignment, but sometimes they will take the TEK too far. So I'm going to do a quick check, and just looking at it, my denominators, first of all, are all just 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. Great visual there. And then also looking to see, is there a pictorial model of some sort, whether it be another number line like it said, or objects. And once again, everything appears to have a model with it. Looking at these three are all linked to that model there. So alignment wise, we're good. Really start there, because you know what? Half the questions might not be aligned, but there might be some really good ones that you do want to use and utilize. Now, talking about selecting a question. Once I've checked for alignment, the next thing I do want to do is I want to find two questions that are similar. So for example, number 4 here, the question is which equation is not correct, and it is linked to this visual right here, our fraction strip, which is also designated support. So how awesome would it be to link that together and have them practicing that? Then right here on the next page, number 5, same model, and it asks which equation is not correct. So I found two that are extremely similar to each other. What we really need to do, guys, these questions, a lot of them are high level. The students cannot do them independently. They don't even know how to start and tackle some of these questions. We've got to model what we are expecting them to do. So, for example, number 4, which equation is not correct? First thing I've got to do here is I've got to label my model. I need to label my fraction pieces, 1/2, 1/2, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, and so on all the way through my eighths. That would be step 1. Step 2, I've got to look and locate, what am I trying to figure out? I'm looking for which one is not correct. You might have the students right to the side. They're looking for the one that's false. People call it different things. Jillian calls it something really funny. I can't think of it. Maybe it'll come to me in a minute. But anyways, now I see 1/4 equals 2/8. I'm trying to see if it's correct or not correct, if it's true or false, basically. My strategy, one of the things I'd have them do is actually go and shade 1/4, and you can use map pencils, are great to show different colors, highlighters, and then I would find 2/8 right here, and then they can easily see, those are, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Those are equal if they were to have shaded this. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I'm really trying. If they had shaded the 1/4, if they'd have shaded the 2/8, they would have quickly have seen they are the same length and they are equivalent. So that would not be it. So I take out F, because I have proven by shading that they are equivalent. And they could continue with that same strategy for all 4 of these answer choices. Now, after modeling that entire process and really talking through the expectations for that question with my students, I would then go to number 5 and ask them, hey guys, what do you notice about question number 5 on page 105? Oh wow, it looks similar. It sure does. And you can even talk about the differences, because it is missing. Let's see, it's missing thirds and sixths. So y'all could have that quick little discussion, but they're going to be doing the same exact strategies. They need to label their fraction pieces. And once again, they can even start with the denominators out of how many pieces going across. And then same strategy, I have 1/4 and 2/8. I'm going to go and shade 1/4. I'm going to shade 2/8. Once again, those are equivalent. And once again, I would want to see that strategy for every single one of them until I found the one that was not correct. And you might have them write false out to the side, whatever little strategy you have. And so really and truly, we don't want them just going through, just say, hey, do page 105. Okay, they're going to be overwhelmed. It's going to take too long. You don't have that much instruction time, really and truly. They're going to have too many questions. Model a question, find one just like it, have the students work on it independently. You're walking around and assessing and monitoring their progress, and then you're going to know which babies you need to pull. You might notice real quick, oh, these babies, they don't even know how to label the fraction strip. I got to start there with them in small group really quickly. You're going to know those babies. You're going to know the ones who are just struggling, even maybe just looking at it to do the different colors, to label, to represent, I can't talk, guys, sorry. They might be struggling with simply representing it and shading it correctly. Maybe they can label, but then the shading part is the issue. Okay, lots of different things to look at. Maybe they're not looking at the question carefully and they totally didn't see the not and they just automatically picked A because it was correct. Looking for those different misconceptions, different silly little mistakes that you could help and address in small group. Now let's talk about grading. If I was going to grade this question, it would not just be a check or X. Literally, you have so many questions within a question for grading, because Lord knows we don't have time to grade all this stuff. It would take forever. Literally, you can get a quick assessment, a quick grade from just 1, 2, 3, 4 questions on motivation math easily. This one question, I could give them points just for labeling. Literally, for each one they label correctly, that could be a check. Okay, if they wrote false to the side, if you're clear in your expectations, if you say, I want to see all of these steps, this is for a grade, then hey, you know what, for that baby that they might not understand everything, but they can at least label, awesome, great. If they can at least write false to the side, if they see the not, give them some points. Well, first of all, set more of that growth mindset. I might not get this correct, but if I can just do part of the strategies, I can at least get some points here. I can at least get, a partial credit here. And then yes, of course, for the shading as well. And this is just one question, one example, but it shouldn't just be a right or wrong, we're done. Let's get more creative with our grading. Let's set more of a growth mindset and honestly save ourselves a lot of time in the long run. I mean, as I see it, as a win-win. You might also have these babies, they might, there I go, dropping stuff. They might still need these fraction strips. Now, if I was a third grade teacher, I would take out all of the unaligned fraction pieces and only have the denominators of 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, but I just grabbed this real quick. But they might still need to build this and actually see it. That's okay. And guess what? We have blank fraction strips as well at every campus, and that is a designated support that they can use on STAR. So if they need it, let them have it. Pretty please. Awesome. So I hope this clears up maybe some misconceptions. Please don't just use motivation math as a worksheet and just throw it at them. They're going to get frustrated. A lot of the times it's not even fully aligned. It takes it too far. Look at the really STAR questions. Start with that. Backwards design from that when selecting these questions. It might be aligned, but is it really how it's been tested? Look at that and look at how you need to scaffold. Okay, this is a great question to start with. Then we might move on to some harder ones where the model's looking at this real quick. I could see some misconceptions happening. Okay, once again, if y'all are just gonna look at grading this, let's, for example, number 2, I would give them credit just for labeling each pictorial model, each fraction representation right there. P, Q, and R and S, that could be 4 different checks right there. Boom, 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 real quick. And then going from there, I need to read the question more. But anyways, and I don't want this to be too long, but I hope this can maybe change your mindset on how to use this. And just talking about it real quick, some great other things in here. Oh my goodness, I said this was going to be 5 minutes and I'm already past it. Other great things to use is Motivation Station. These are ready to go stations that are easy to put together, fun. You tear one out, laminate it, get it going. Another great thing is, sorry guys, I'm trying to hold this. I thought this would be easier too. The vocabulary is great for even for a menu, for a choice menu. It's something they can do independently when you need them to do that. So really just looking at different things. The concept exploration can be good for your Explorer. Just make sure that we don't forget about using manipulatives with these. For example, this actually talks about using a fraction bar, which is great. But so great different things in here. Don't forget about your TE to guide you through the concept explorations and through tons of different formative assessments. Really good stuff in here, guys. It's just making sure we're utilizing it in the right way and it's not just turning into another worksheet. And please don't send it home for homework. If they're struggling to do it on their own, just think about their parents struggling. We know they're either going to just do it for them or they're going to be completely lost because it is at such a high rigor, a high level. If you need any ideas for homework, Jillian and I would love to talk to you about that. I have some great different ideas, different ways to approach it, and so does Jillian. Dreambox is always good, just going to throw that out there, but there are all different alternatives as well. So I hope this is helpful. I hope I've covered everything I need to. But if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to Jillian or myself or to your campus coach if you need anything at all. Have a great rest of the day. Yay, Think Up Math is here. You're gonna get it. Woo-hoo.